Hey guys, welcome to my watch review of the Black Bay 58 Blue. There are a lot of reviews on this watch on YouTube, and this is one of them. But I want to give my 2 cents on it. I've owned this now for just under 2 years. It was actually a 40th birthday present to myself. Back on a cruise, we were in Nassau, and got the old duty-free, tax-free deal on this thing. Pretty much at list price at the time. I think it was just under 4,000, maybe 3,800. So not any spectacular deal, but it is my favorite watch. It's just my favorite watch. I don't know how else to explain it. Very subjective, obviously. The color, the style, the fitment, pretty much everything about this thing is perfect for me. I just love it. The sizing is just like beyond ideal. 39 millimeters to me is the perfect fit, without looking gaudy, without looking like you're trying too hard. Very kind of a sleeper, entry level luxury watch going on here. A lot of people don't even notice what it is, and that's cool. I like that part of it. It's kind of a, watch guys do. You'll have a watch guy every now and then notice it and say something to you, and that's cool. But I kind of like the lack of attention it gets. I kind of dig that personally, but yeah, so this, I don't know, I was going back and forth on this, what I was going to say in this video here, but I think primarily the pros and con aspects of it, there's only really like 1 or 2 cons I can think of personally. One's pretty objective, I think. I think everybody across the board would agree with this. It's the lack of, start with the negative first here. It's the lack of micro adjust on this guy. It just seems like because the way the links are set up, you just always, you're in between the link in almost all cases. It seems like you have the hardest time finding the right fitment on a link. That's certainly the case with me too. I just have a problem with, I'm kind of in between. Summertime, perfect, great, awesome, fits almost ideal. Wintertime, not so much. I know there's a, Uncle Seiko has a aftermarket solution for this that looks pretty cool. Haven't tried it. If you guys have tried it, drop a message down in the comments. Let me know what you think about it. I'm definitely considering it. Just haven't pulled the trigger yet on it. But I know there's an option for that. But they really could have done a better job with that, or at least give us more micro adjustments. Only 3 here. If we had 5, that almost maybe even solve the problem. I don't know. But yeah, it could definitely be better on the fitment part of it. Other than that, the bracelet is just like, that's amazing to me. I love it. The luxury feel of it. The taper down to, I believe it's a 16 millimeter taper down from the 20 millimeter being the ideal bandwidth for myself and so many other watch wearers. And then that nice taper down to 16. You can see a couple scratches, a little bit of wear and tear on the back here. I think that's going to pretty much be inevitable with anytime you're wearing any kind of steel bracelet, but doesn't bother me even a bit. Everything else is pretty much flawless. I'm not hard on my watches. I do definitely take care of them, but this one doesn't have any flaws on the crystal or on the ceramic insert that I can see. But yeah, it's a great watch. I mean, I can't say more than what everybody else has already said about it. It's really pretty hard to beat, to be honest with you, for the value coming in under 4K. It's just a great watch. I love the color. It's so versatile. I mean, you can wear it with almost anything other than like black. If it's like you're wearing dark black, that might clash with it. Pretty much everything else is going to be pretty, you're going to find to work with almost everything else. The vintage styling of it, again, it's all very subjective, very personal taste, which is what watch collecting is all about. But I do love the styling on this. Yeah, so interestingly enough, I did try on other watches, and I've since tried on other watches since owning this watch. I tried on a few different Rolexes. Tried on where else did I go? The Omega Store. Tried on the Speedmaster, of course, one of the big dogs there in the segment. And it's just too big. I thought I was going to love it, but it's just too it's just too big. Like I said, coming like right at just under 7-inch wrist. So, you know, pretty much at standard average size wrist, I think. Pretty much right there in the middle. And I just find those to be too big and gaudy. I will say that I did try on this one in, I want to say it was in somewhere in Alaska, maybe somewhere in Canada, on a cruise about 1.5 years ago. And this Omega blue, Omega bear themed Speedmaster. This thing is awesome. It's like it's a 39mm case, and it wears pretty true to that. Where it's a little thicker than the Black Bay. It's probably a 13, maybe 12.5, 13 millimeters thick, where the Black Bay is at about 11.5 or just under 12, I think. But this thing is awesome. If I was gonna buy a Speedy, this would be the one I would buy. Again, very subjective statements, very much personal taste here. So, yeah, but if you guys, I don't know, again, if you're in the market for something like this, it's just hard to beat the vintage aesthetics of this thing. It's just so classy. It's just like everything about it's classy. From being kind of a sleeper, you know, people don't really realize they don't know what they're looking at when they see it. And again, that's cool. Like I like that. I'm not a huge fan of the hey, look at me stuff. Okay, so one minor thing, and I don't know if it was just literally breaking in the watch, getting used to the way this crown works, but I had an issue with this crown where when I would unspin it, take it out of the lock, unscrew it out of the lock position, you can hear that little pop. You do a little half turn to the opposite direction, you'll feel it pop out. And then I had an issue with it not wanting to come out. Having a hard time doing it with these gloves, and it just popped out fine for me there. It really has actually been fine the last few months. No problems the last few months, but for some reason, after I would unscrew from the lockdown position, and then you do this little kind of like almost a little quarter turn back in the opposite direction, and then it pops out, but it wasn't wanting to pop out easily. So if you guys have come across that before or seen that or heard of that, let me know in the comments if you tried that or if you've had that issue rather. Again, it seems like it might have just been a break-in period because I do not wear this watch every day. So it might have just been a break-in thing there with the crown, but it was something weird going on where it just didn't, it felt like it needed too much pressure to have it pop out. Thought that was kind of strange. So yeah, I don't know, guys. You tell me what you think. If you guys own this watch, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. If you're thinking about it, tell me what you think. Why would you not get this watch? Maybe that's something to ask. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.